Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salute to the bishops and elders who rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Now, this is your brother Yaramia from GMS Jamaica Camp, and I'm here with a lesson learned as well. It will be an edifying one. And this one is called, If You Want to Understand America, Study Rome. So I pray and I hope this will be an edifying lesson unto the body. And, just like the name of the lesson stated, if you want to understand America, study Rome. Because America is the revival of the Roman Empire. In the scripture, it spoke of the Roman Empire, the western leg of it, would receive a deadly wound, a wound unto death, yeah? But not a wound to kill it, a wound to pause it, a wound to make it have to cease from dominating the nations. And it would be revived. And we are in the revival of the Roman Empire in the form of America. So America embodies all of the principles of Rome when it come on to the witchcraft, when it come on to the wantonness, when it come on to the political system that was adopted from Rome, a Senate house, all of that come from Rome. And America exercise all of the powers, all of the principles of Rome. America is not but the revival of the Roman Empire. So if you really want to understand the American system, study the ancient Roman system because it's the same system coming back. So let me just bring Revelation chapter 13 and verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And this is the revival of the Roman Empire. Yeah, the beast system, 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And what's blasphemy? Blasphemy is not but detestable and wicked things, disrespectful things, and that come from America. You can't have any God. When you're looking at the Bible, the commandments, the first commandment, thou shalt have no other God before me. In America, the constitutional rights, the so-called constitutional rights, the very first one, you can worship anything you choose to worship. So clearly, this empire does not work with Heavenly Father on the right hand. It goes clean contrary to the right hand movements. This is of the devil, blasphemy. Right? So verse 2 now says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear. Now this is a heavy piece, a very heavy piece, because the leopard represents Alexander the Greek, which is the beginning of the Greek Empire, which is the beginning of the Edomites rulership on the earth. And that came in the form of Alexander the Greek. That's what them call him Alexander the Great. Up to today, them celebrate that guy because he's the first king over them and he's the first one to push their empire and conquer nations. Right? So it says, a leopard, and his feet were the feet of a bear, and the feet of a thing is the ending of a thing, and this bear is speaking about the Russian Empire. The Russia you see over there, where America have to be careful with and know what they do, because that is the guy that the Lord has set up to bring about our alliance, to bring down Mr. Babylon the Great, and then Yahushua is going to come and add fire to that and, totally wipe out America, totally wipe out the revival of the Roman Empire. Yeah, so the bear is Russia, the leopard is the Greek, Alexander the Greek, the beginning of the Greek rulership on the earth. And out of that, you have the Roman Empire. Right? So it says, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, that represent the British. The British Empire were very strong. First you had the Spaniards, then the French, and then the British came and they fully colonized America. And, it became a colony of the British Empire. And out of that came forth the so-called United States of America, which is America today, which is nothing but the revival of the Roman Empire. And like I say, if you want to understand America, study ancient Rome, because it's the same system, because it's the same empire coming back. Empires are reincarnated, and this is not but the revival of the Roman Empire on the earth. Right? So reading on, it says, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Right? So this is when the Roman Empire fell, the western leg of it fell, and they rose. Yeah, I think let me see if I can go Revelation 20, verse 7, because they were loose out of the bottomless pit, and they went forth to conquer, and now they have the earth in their hand, and they are pushing the system of the ancient Roman system upon the people with all of the witchcraft. You have Hollywood or Hollyweird and all form of magic being pushed on the minds of the people to perverse them or pervert them, get them to go astray and to destroy them. And that's the same thing the Roman Empire was doing, keeping them entertained, distracted, and setting up policies to oppress them and to control them. It's the same thing America is doing under the elites of Edom. Right? So Revelation 20 and verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, which the bottomless pit represents Europe. It's a barren land pretty much. Right? So it says the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. And if you can receive it, this is Yahushua coming down to bound this devil, yeah? And it says, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. So the Roman Empire was bound, yeah? Bounded by Yahweh Basham Yahushai. They couldn't push their philosophy, their wine on the nations anymore for 1,000 years. Yahushai bound them, yeah? And verse 3 now says, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more. You see that? So this is what the Roman Empire did. They deceived the nations through their witchcraft, their sorcery, and their power. And it's the same thing America does. Check it in Africa. America go over there with their homosexuality. And the Africans, them who I get little sense, I say, yo, watch you now, we don't want to come here, come pollute our place. We don't know way of life. Take on yourself. And the same thing the Roman Empire did. They promote every and anything. Anything that make you feel good, please your flesh. And that's wrong. So more similarities with Roman America. Right? So it says, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loose a little season. And we are in that little season right now. Yeah? From the 1500s coming all the way up, we are in that little season. 1492 coming all the way up until now, that little season. The devil is loose. Right? So let me just jump down to verse 7 now. Revelation 20 and 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loose out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And we're witnessing this right now. Right? So that little devil, Esau, Edom, the Roman Empire, received a deadly wound. They fell, and the Lord brought them back now, and they are back on the scene, deceiving the people and setting up the stage right now pretty much for World War III. Right, so the deadly wound was healed. So back in Revelation 13 and verse 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And that's what you get from America. You have the Republican and the Democrats. Back in Rome, you had the patricians and the plebeians, right? The plebeians and the patricians. And I see him, we have two parties, but them speak like a lamb. And let me read it again. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. So him coming humble like a lamb, but when him start push at you with his embargo, his military might, is like a dragon. Him use force, badness, because the blessing of the so-called white man is the sword. And the Roman Empire, when Daniel saw the statue in his vision, Nebuchadnezzar and Daniel broke it down. He said the feet of iron. Iron represent what? The strongest metal when it come on to war and stuff like that. And that is the sword. The sword is made of iron. And the Roman Empire was that iron empire who used the sword to conquer the people. Esau, Edom's blessing. And the same thing with America. After them drop Fat Boy and Little Boy over in Japan, then them have the power for pretty much lead the people, pollute the people. Why? Because them have the big guns and the block, and them can drop bomb and kill out millions of people in a less than an hour. So everybody does fall right under them until Russia start build up them weaponry and start build up some other nations. And now you have scriptures that get fulfilled. They have the weak, I say them strong. You have Iran, I tell America and Israel, say, go screw yourself. Why? Because them have weaponry to defend themselves. Now, them have friends, them have allies with big weapons that them can lean on. Right? So back then, when America alone, they have this, America was so powerful, so mighty. And the same thing is just the Roman Empire, using up their blessing, which is the sword. Right? So back in Revelation 13 and 11, it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. And we went into that, the political system, the Democrats and the Republicans, the plebeians and the patricians. Same thing. Right? So it says, and he spake as a dragon, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him. And that's speaking about the Roman Empire. And America is exercising all of the powers that Rome did exercise. When you have all of the witchcraft, the P. Diddy and all of this where people chat about, it's not new. It's the way of Rome. America is exercising all of the lifestyle of Rome right before our eyes. Right? So it says, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Yes, everybody pretty much in the Roman way of life right now. Everybody has been Americanized. Back then, it would have been Romanized. Same thing. So it's the revival of the Roman Empire. So if you really want to understand the American system, just study the ancient Roman system, because it's the same system coming back all over again. Right? So verse 13 now says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And this go back to World War II, after them drop the two bomb them, and everybody does stay and quiet down in America of all of the power. That's the Roman Empire coming back, being so dominant, so strong, so powerful that everybody have a quiet before it. Boom. A whole heap of similarities. All you have to do is just look, just look into ancient Rome and then look into America. You see, it's the same empire, same way of life. Right? So verse 14 now says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, which is the Roman system, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right, and this will lead you right now into the mark of the beast, because this is what this system is going. The system is gonna go to a point where they wanna insert a microchip inside of your body. And branding of slaves was a big thing in Rome also. They branded their slaves, and I same thing these men want to insert a microchip inside of your body and make it into a perpetual slave for them. So, this is not but Rome, point two, Rome all over again. So again, if you want to know the similarities between Rome and America, just study ancient Rome. Look at the current American system, and you see the same system, because it's the same set of people coming back. This empire is governed by the descendants of Esau, Edom, the wicked, and they shall be destroyed. But this time, not like the ancient Roman Empire where they fell and rise. This time, when Yahweh Shem Yahushua bring them down, they're never going to rise again. Never, ever. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to put down the Roman Empire for good. And the children of Esau, Edom, will never be, so-called nobles on the planet, rulers of the planet, ever, ever, ever again. So this has been, if you want to understand America, study Rome. So I pray and I hope it was a edifying lesson. Shalom wa barak yom yasharala.